Hi, I'm Neil Atkin, and this is some of the ideas I'm using for AET delivering online lessons. So first thing was to change the AET mastery materials into student-friendly. So instead of a slideshow that's delivered by teachers, you have a slideshow that the students actually fill in, and a copy is given to each of those students. I tried to start by provoking curiosity. So here I have some ice cubes in water, and if the ice cubes melt, what would happen to the level of water in the glass? Does the water level go up? Does it go down? Or does it stay the same? And how might you find out? So I'm using the Google poll feature in order to actually try and ascertain what my students are thinking and to get them to make a prediction. However, I don't tell them the answer. They have to find out themselves. The next question to the students is when the ice melts, what's actually happening? What happens to the molecules in the solids? How do they turn into liquids? What's going on? One of my essential online apps is Padlet because I can moderate posts for one thing. The students can very quickly add ideas to it, and they can also like and dislike them. So I can elicit their ideas immediately. When the ideas came through on the Padlet, it became immediately apparent that there were some pretty big misconceptions. They felt that it was the molecular bonds which were actually breaking, not the bonds between the molecules which were turning solids into liquids. So using PhET online simulation allows us to actually see what the molecules would look like when they got heated, when they got cooled, when they're solid state, when they're liquid state. It also allows us to see what ice looks like and the molecular structure. Obviously, what I want to do is find out whether my students have made progression, and so it's back to the Padlet, and let's see what you're thinking now. And the nice thing about this, there was definitely some more sophisticated answers coming through. So in terms of efficiency, no time is wasted drawing tables in books, etc. It's all about conceptual understanding. So in this case, the students were using the simulation in order to screenshot for the images and to put their thoughts actually into the table, which is then submitted directly to me through Google Classroom. Similarly, when it comes to plotting charts, plotting graphs, we can just copy the information off the slideshow from the mastery materials and create a Google Sheets graph. The students can do this very, very quickly within 5 minutes. And then it's really about the analysis as opposed to the actual drawing of the graph. One of the things I tend to always use with my class is a Quizlet. Now, this Quizlet has got all of the information for the whole course, 12 lessons worth of information. I tend to give it to the students right at the very start, and it's up to them how much of it they use. So the first stage of this Quizlet is flashcards, where the students can actually just look at the flashcards and they can learn those definitions as they go through. There's also a test within it, so they can test how much their learning is, and it will give them a report of what they need to understand. But possibly the most powerful features of Quizlet are two. One is the live lessons, which I'm not showing here because I didn't use it. But the second feature is the match one, where you just basically have all the definitions and you have to match them together. And at the end of it, it times you and it rates you, puts you on a scale against the rest of the people in that class. And certain students, I think possibly gamers who don't normally engage in this type of activity, in type of learning, absolutely go against each other and really do some amazing learning. So me, I've never made the top 5, and this is a 9 set 3, class 3, middle set, but they trash me every time.